So life before Seventh Wave for me was mainly in the retail industry. So I spent 20 years as a leader in various retailers, predominantly with the Arcadia Group. The last role that I had before coming and working with Seventh Wave was as a regional manager. So I had between 15 and 20 managers that reported into me. And then they each had their own teams of between around 50 and 80 people. So at any one time, it was a team of around 500 to 600 people. So my responsibility was around the financial and commercial performance of that region, which included how it operated. And obviously fundamental to that was people and the development of people. I think the thing that I was really passionate about that I've taken into the work that I do with Seventh Wave is to help people feel comfortable being them and understanding that in order to build an effective team, we need difference in that team. And that was something that I tried to establish very early on in my own teams and encourage my managers to do the same. So why do I do this? The biggest part of the role that I loved as a regional manager was seeing people develop. So whether that was them getting promoted to a new store manager position or a regional manager position or beyond that, or it was just someone that wanted to be the best they could be in the job that they did. It was something that I really enjoyed and was really passionate about. And what I do now is I get to do that and see that every day. And it's something that I absolutely love doing. So my biggest wow moment, it's such a difficult question to answer because there is so many of them. I think fundamentally most of my wow moments comes down to the presentations at the end. So I remember doing my very first Seventh Wave cohort 6 years ago and just being absolutely wowed by the amazing things that people talked about and how they'd gone through their development journey. If I was to pick out two, one of them from a professional perspective was someone who was really quiet and quite demonstrated some introverted preference at the start of the programme, and you could really see them grow and start to get involved and share more and communicate more effectively, and they dreaded the thought of doing a presentation. And I remember them doing their presentation, it was absolutely phenomenal. And them saying at the end that they were never going to worry about doing a presentation again, and they enjoyed doing the presentation. It wasn't just they tolerated doing it. And I think for me, some of the other things are about helping people to understand themselves. And I remember completing one program where someone pulled me to the side at the end and they said, I didn't want to talk about this in my presentation, but doing this program saved my marriage. And that was just something beyond what you would ever expect going into this leadership program. And he talked about how it helped him to communicate more effectively with his wife. They understood each other more because of some of the things that we'd done. And I know we talk at the start of the program about that ripple effect. And actually some of those ripples that we create, we don't actually get to see beyond their presentation. So it was just such a standout moment that he was able to share that. We have a lot of people that come into the workshop and talk about the need to be able to give effective feedback and have difficult conversations. And we spend a lot of time providing frameworks to support people with that. One of the things that we talk about more and more is generational differences. So we've now got a workplace where we've got a number of generations in the same workplace, and we talk about some of the challenges between managing people across different generations. So the good thing about talking about those generational differences is that actually a lot of the principles that we do in the programme work regardless of what generation you are in. So whether that be active listening or how to communicate with different types of people, they're applicable to everybody. So in terms of post outcomes, I think for me, the best legacy of the Seventh Wave programme is where I almost become a bit of a strategic people partner for the organisation. So I have a number of customers where we've delivered the programme and then we've revisited and done additional cohorts with different levels of the organisation. I even have some customers where we've done cohorts with people that aren't currently in leadership roles. And that's something that I'm really passionate about because I think we often get mixed up between the difference or similarity of leadership and authority. And I think everybody has the ability to lead, whether they lead a team and have a number of people that they look after or not. So the best legacy customers are those that we return to and we spend time becoming that strategic people partner.